Hey, welcome to another edition of Friday's edition of Fandom Has No Intelligence. I'm your boy Smoke. I got my man Souf with me today. Hopefully we'll get a guest, man. My man Trill, hopefully. But yes, sir. Hey man, stay tuned because we got a good one. This Giants week, y'all. This is Giants week. Stay tuned.
Commanders really saw Martavis Bryant for 1 week and decided to trade their first-round receiver to a division rival. That's Aura, folks.
Last dude, I literally went to our FK the night of the name Redskins getting retired and put up a sign that says HTTR forever. I hate the trash of Commander's name, but hating on the new ownership and wanting us to lose is all bro. You should want the burgundy and gold to win NDC.
What's up, South, man? How you feeling today, man, on this Good Friday, South? What's good,
Man,
bro?
wonderful, wonderful. I know you see my jersey on, got 17
Mm.
on, you know. Everything's good with the world.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, we feeling good, man. We 6-2, man, sitting on top of the division, second in the conference, man. Like, hey, what's up, Radar? What it do, Radar? What it do? Thank you for the pull up, man. But yeah, it just feels good, man. It feels really good to be in the position that we're in right now, man. I know this is a big week for us. It's a big week. It's a division game. We're not
Mm-hmm.
overlooking these dudes. We're not overlooking them. Um, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna definitely get into that, man. But right now we at the mid-season mark. Some teams got 10 games left, some teams got 9, man. But we kind of right there at the midway mark. And I just want to get your what you think. Like, who do you think, as far as mid-season awards, like the best offensive rookie on this team? Like, you know, of course, the obvious answer is Jayden. Outside of Jayden, like, who would you like as best like rookie, so far according to you? On the
Offensive
offensive side.
rookie.
Yeah. Offensive
Gotta
rookie.
it almost has to be Coleman.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I can see Senate and like his stuff doesn't show up on the stat sheet because he only has 2 catches, but he's got 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone is, I don't want to say glazing, but everyone's glazing our offensive line, and Coleman's a part of that. So I got to give it to Coleman.
Yes, sir. So, and that's where I'm at with it, man. Because snots, as we call them, as what I mean, big snots. You got to look at the film to see what he does. But with Coleman, it's like you can see an immediate impact because it's a lot of, like, especially on drop backs and we running the ball and stuff like that. You more focus on tackles than you would a second or third tight end and stuff like that. But Coleman been splitting 50-50 work at the left side, so it gotta be Coleman for them to feel comfortable to say, you know what, there's not a huge fall off between him and Lucas, and they can literally rotate them series after series and stuff like that, man. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Coleman. We all know it's Jayden, of course, but I'm gonna try to keep Jayden out of that award, the best rookie, man, because he's elite. He's elite. Like, he's not just in rookie of the year conversations. He's in top 3 MVP conversations. So that was the obvious answer. But what about the defense, South? What about the best rookie on the defense? There's a couple. So you may have to think about this one. Who's the best rookie so far mid-season, man?
I gotta go, Mikey, man. I'm a defensive back by trade, so I gotta go, Mikey. Start off in the slot. Everybody was killing him. Hey, all the fans, get Mikey out of there. He can't play corner. Get him out of there. He can't do this. He can't do that. That dude is our best outside corner right now.
Mm,
Moved him from
mm.
inside the slot to the outside spot, and now he's our best outside corner. I
Hey,
don't
I
think
see
I don't think
Shadow. I,
people realize
I
how
see
hard.
Shadow right there. I like not to go back, but Shadow,
Okay,
he put
well,
out
let me
Luke.
see.
You know what I mean? Neither one of us said Luke, but yeah, go ahead and continue with your defense. You know what I mean? I just wanted to shout out
I,
Shadow.
I
Appreciate the
don't
pull up, Shadow.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to play cornerback in general. But for him to be a slot coming in and then they move him to the outside, that's crazy work. Like you gotta
Yeah.
be uber talented to do that. So Mikey
Mhm.
got my vote.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mikey as well, man. Joe Witt talked about him the other day in the presser, man. He said he just love his physicality out there. You know what I mean? He's one of the smaller DBs, you know what I mean, in the group. You know what I mean? He probably is the smallest DB in the group and stuff like that. And like you said, for him to start out inside, had some struggles. And that's to be expected because of so much space you got to cover. You know what I mean? You got to cover a lot of space when you're in that inside slot position. But by him going to the boundary, I've just seen plenty of, not I said plenty of, but plenty of times this season where he's came up on an outside run and he crashed it. He crashed it. He didn't mind taking on a tackle or a pulling guard or whatever it is, but he was trying to get through that to make that tackle, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Mikey as well. But yeah, the way Johnny Newton playing, brother, he missed some time, you know what I mean? Like say best ability is availability. He missed some time, but at this rate, by the time we get to the end of the year, Johnny Newton could be the best rookie defensive player on this team, man. He could literally because they both right now 1-1 when you talk about creating a turnover. They gave Johnny Newton credit for creating the fumble on Sunday. We all know the lineman fumbled it, but NFL stats work that way, man. So he generated a turnover. We know Mikey already got an interception on the season, stuff like that, dating a couple weeks back. So hey, let's see who have more, turnaround plays this year for the rest of the season between Newton and Mikey. And we're going to revisit that later on down the road, man, because I think Newton got something to say. I think he does, man. But let's move it on, man, to just now we can include the guy, man, but just the best overall offensive player midseason award right here.
We could you just give it. I mean, Jayden.
Jayden.
That's
Hey, appreciate the pull up, Mr. Timothy. He say Ben Snots is under the radar. He just goes out there and blocks his tail off. I want a speedster in the draft on both sides of the ball. I want to get the other rookies involved. Hey, I'm right there with you. Hey, Mr. Timmy, I done said this dating back a couple weeks that this when we talking on the offensive side and getting other people involved, that's the scary part of this offense. When we get a Luke involved, when we get a Snots involved, when we, you know what I mean, and we get a Zacchaeus involved a little bit more consistently and stuff like that. But when we get Snots, Luke involved into this offense, the way that I see a vision for, it's gonna be special, man. It's gonna be special. But yeah, you say you got Jayden. That's obvious, man. That's obvious.
I was about to say.
But I'm a in the trenches guy, man. I'm a in the trenches guy. I could put the whole unit there. I'm going with Tyler. Man. I have to, man. Like, first of all, he got my former number, man. All through high school, I wore number 63. So he already dear in my heart, man. So let me get that out there. But I think just his leadership, man. I know you got Jada. I'm gonna go with Tyler, man. Like the things that he have to do to keep Jayden upright. You know what I mean? To keep that communication going with the hurry up offense that Kliff wants Jayden to run and stuff like that. Tyler has a big job, man. You know what I mean? The center is the second loudest person on the offense for real. Outside the quarterback. It's supposed to be your center. So I think that was a huge signing. And right now, man, I feel like, I don't have no PFF stats in front of me or whatever, but just me watching ball and watching NFL and stuff like that, he's playing at an elite level at the center position, man. This guy pulls. He's steadily getting to the second level, stuff like that. Yeah, Mr. Tim, we all love Cosme. He earned his deal. Yeah, yep, Shadow. Tyler is a difference maker, man. Like, so that's what it is, man. So, how about defense? You had Jayden, I got Tyler. What about defense? Who the best defensive player on this team right now? Midseason award.
B-Wags. B-Wags. Probably.
I'm staying in that room too.
You going?
You know where I'm going.
I know where you're going. But, yeah, I gotta go B-Wags, man. He lines everybody up. He changes calls whenever the offense changes the calls. Gotta go B-Wags, man.
I'm going right there with his partner, Frankie. I'm going with Frankie, man. I think Frankie is just so versatile. Right now they letting him play a lot of, like, pay attention to it. He's playing a lot of edge in certain situations. He's coming off the edge. Of course, he's going to be naturally faster than these tight ends or tackles that's trying to contain him and block him and stuff like that. He's getting around them. He's causing pressure. And him and Bobby are working off of each other. And sometimes they're not even right next to each other. Luvu could be at the end. Wags could be in the middle. But that push from the outside, or that containment from the outside, that push up the middle with Wags, man, they working together. And it's a thing of beauty. I say we top 3 linebacker core in the league right now. And I'm standing on it. Top 3 linebacker core in the league. And that's how they're playing right now. So versatile. So versatile, man. So, yeah, man, you got Wags, I got Luvu. We stayed together in that linebacker room, man. What about your most surprising player on the team? On the whole, like, who's your most surprising player?
This could go so many ways. I don't know, man. I want to say Dante Fowler.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Dante.
I didn't have no expectations for him this coming.
Exactly. I think him and Noah Brown.
I'm glad you said Noah Brown, because I was going to say Noah Igbenogany. That's like the most surprising guy to me. Like, just his journey, first round pick 2020 to the Dolphins, ends up getting released, getting signed by the Cowboys, being a special teams guy, not even really making his way on the field to make impact plays on the defense. Offseason comes, he's familiar with the head coach and the defensive coordinator. They sign him. He works his tail off. No one's really, hyping him up in the offseason. We like, hey, we'll see what we got. We sitting up there asking, still to this day, for additions to that room, but we feel a little bit more comfortable with Noah in that slot. And Noah is like locking down some people. He not afraid either. Him and Mikey, man, like they work good off of each other.
Yeah.
And it's just the communication on the back end, man. So my most surprising player is Noah Igbo. I just call him Igbo, man. Like, the last name a little too hard. I think I said it right. Igbenogany. Igbenogany. Noah Igbo, man. Like, that's my most surprising player, man.
Not mad at it, but I got Noah. It's one of those two guys for me, man. Either Dante or Noah Brown. Because I know, I mean, you've been on social media. Oh, we need a receiver. At first, it was old buddy from Pittsburgh. What's his name? Martavis. Cut him after a day and a half, and then they got Noah, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he's all he does is make plays. He's a PI merchant. If you don't catch the ball, guess what? You're gonna get a PI call."
He had like 2 drops Sunday that I was like it surprised me. They stalled the drive, on Sunday. But that's not him. But he made up for it. And we haven't even talked. We're gonna talk about that before we close out. But we haven't. He had the most spectacular catch all of Sunday, man. If you ask me, man, just being a fan of this team, man. But yeah, man. If you did one on offense too, so I'm gonna do one on offense. I'm gonna say Zach Ertz. No one like we signed him. People thought that, hey, we signed him and he may not even make the initial 53, but not knowing the pivotal role.
Shout out CeeLo for being Zach Ertz's favorite fan,
Hey, shout out to
aka he
CeeLo,
hates
man.
him.
Shout out to CeeLo. So yeah, I'm gonna go Noah and Zach Ertz, man. Two most surprising players on this team, if you ask me, man. Like just production from Zach Ertz. Got reliable hands. I think the refs got us on the touchdown on Sunday, man. He was in the end zone. I understand coming down with the ball and all that other stuff, but it's like they fighting for it and stuff, man. So yeah, man. But shout out to Zach Ertz, man, having one heck of a season at that tight end room, man. Keep it going, Zach. Hey, man. Whole team. We Midseason awards. Who's the biggest impact player? And we're gonna
Now
both
I'm gonna
agree
go
on this one.
Luvu. I'm gonna go
Oh, now
Luvu.
you're gonna go Luvu. Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't agree. Oh,
I'm gonna go Luvu. I'm gonna go Luvu. I mean, you can say Jayden, but that's the easy answer.
That's where I'm going. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
the easy road
yeah.
out on that one.
I'm gonna go Luvu. He just sets the tone. He plays. He don't care about his body. He throws it around.
Mm-hmm.
He does his version of the haka pregame.
Yep.
The La Patia gets everybody going. That's impactful to me. Like them boys are juiced. They get juiced after they do that. I get juiced at home, so I know they get juiced.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta go.
Hey, Tim. Hey, that's a topic for another day, Tim. I know it's way off topic, but yeah, that Sauce Gardner. Yeah, that's another topic. I appreciate you for the pull up, Tim, man, but that's a topic for another day, man. Because he out there getting tested, and people ain't afraid. Quarterback's not afraid of that guy, man. But all right, let's go, man. So I had Jayden as my biggest impact, man. That was an easy cop out answer, but I feel like, man, he's the engine to this thing, man. Like I understand Kliff, got a hand in it, but the way that this team rallied behind a rookie quarterback, bro, like not to compare him and Jayden. I'm not watching all their pressers, all their locker room stuff. Like I pay attention to what I see on camera.
Yeah.
And first 3 quarters, I didn't see nobody walking up to him and dapping him on the hands, dapping him on the head, like, we gonna get the next drive or we gonna get him. He was just sitting there. It was a couple times where he was just slumped back, stuff like that. And it's just like, how do you rally behind that? When we see Jayden, and he only had a couple mistakes this season, 2 interceptions, stuff like that. But when he come to the sideline, the team picking him up like, no, you're going to go back out there next drive and get it. We see what they rally behind this young kid, man. And that's why I say, man, he's the most impactful player on this team because he got real live vets playing at the top of their game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He got vets doing that. He got the vets on the old line blocking for him. He got guys like Nick Allegretti that we got laughed about for taking a backup guard from the Chiefs, looking good. Looking good. Corn Lucas, looking good. Rookie Brandon Coleman, looking. Andrew Wiley is blocking his tail off, looking good because of who? That impactful guy in 5, man. So yeah, that's why I say, man, I think Jayden is the most impactful guy on this roster, man. And I know it's a brotherhood. They preach brotherhood, but I think they all get up offense, defense, special team for that 5. Because they know as long as they got that 5, they alive in every game, man.
Mm-hmm.
They are alive.
That is crazy. Hey, I know you saw that Dorrance Armstrong, after the Hail Mary, you know how they they went in there. He said, if we got 5, we always got a chance. I wish he would have said, if we got 5, we alive.
We alive. That's what it's about, baby.
It's crazy how if you have a quarterback that the guys believe in, you can win because you can say, I don't want to bring his name up, but last year we had another quarterback and
but that's a topic for another day, so that's a topic for another day, man. We move. Hey, listen, like I told Glenn, man, we don't look back, we move forward, man.
Oh yeah,
so we're not going that way. So yeah, man. But like, who's your best coach? You know what I mean? Like, who would you think is the best coach mid-season on this team. That could be offense or defense, or it could be just the guy that's leading the helm.
I feel like stops at the top, so I gotta go
Mhm.
Dan.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
think we didn't hear. I know he wasn't a lot of the fan base's first choice or even second choice as head coach, but he was the right guy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody love him. They
Yep.
all love him. They all.
It's funny how you say that, and if you go back and talk to a couple old timers, they was like, "Hey, back then they didn't want Gibbs either. Who's this Gibbs guy?" Back in the
Yeah.
'80s, you know what I mean? Like, but hey, we see how he turned out to be. You know what I mean? So maybe this, hey, little juju rub off on good old DQ. But I'm gonna go with you go with DQ. I'm gonna go with Kliff.
Yep.
Kliff be in his bag, bro.
Man.
Like it's stuff that we watch. You know what I mean? I know we ain't watched the 22 in a week or so, but you know what I mean? Just the designs of plays. Like even when shout out to Dan Orlovsky, he'll break some stuff down. Shout out to all these guys that break the film down and give us another insight on, oh man, this could have been a run up the middle, a pass to the boundary, or a Jayden keeper. Like that's 3 plays in one, bro. You know what I mean? And it's Kliff B just in his bag, man. Like I'm going with Kliff, bro. I'm really going with Kliff, man. Like I think just him, you know, with the people around him, Anthony Lynn, Brian Johnson, you know what I mean, stuff like that, and the information that they probably are sharing with him, and he's taking it in. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't look like he's not listening to these guys. Hey, what's up, the people? Hey, yeah, you better believe
Rev
the people's hype,
T,
man. Rev
man.
T. What's up, Rev T? Appreciate you on the pull up, Rev T. I appreciate you, man. Let me see what Tim said. It's like Chen said after the Hail Mary. If we got 5, we got a chance. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Appreciate you. But I'm gonna go with Adam Peters, man. All right, so let's move on because you know we're gonna be pressing for time in a minute. Best draft pick outside of Jayden. Who's the best draft pick?
Might have to go Mikey again.
Yeah, for now.
Now.
Outside of Jayden, yeah.
Yeah, outside of Jayden for sure. If Jayden was available, I think we wouldn't even talk about it. But yeah, Mikey.
Rev T, he said, shout out to Rev T, man. Y'all, yeah, say Quinn is a motivator and his players and staff see he is a real and not one of those coaches who thinks he is smart and to listen to other guys. Yep, that's true. He listened to his guys, man. And that's what it's about. I said I always want a coach that you know, fits his system around the guys that he has, not make the guys fit into his system. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rev T for that, man. So yeah, man, appreciate you. Best draft pick, I'm gonna go Mikey with you, man. I'm gonna go Mikey with you, bro. Like, he comes up, he's making plays. Like, and I heard Witt say this, like, we haven't been giving up explosive plays the last 4 to 5 weeks. Like, we gave up one to Zay Flowers, but that was more so a catch and then get down the field type stuff. It wasn't like, you know what I mean, what we saw week 1 against Tampa with Mike Evans and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, we haven't been giving up big plays, man. So shout out to that secondary, man. Shout out to this defense for communicating together. But yeah, best draft pick to me is Mikey, man, outside of Jayden. Of course, Jayden is the easy answer, but I'm gonna go with Mikey, man. I'm gonna go with Mikey. What about let's wrap this mid-season stuff up with best free agent signing. Who do you think the best free agent signing was?
You gonna like my answer? You gonna like my answer? It's gonna be Tyler Biadasz.
Yes, sir.
Tyler
Biadasz.
Because last year we couldn't block a soul.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't block nobody. Nick Gates. Who is that? Where is he at?
Hey, he was. I thought he got signed by Philly. Yep, I'm about to say he was on Philly like practice.
We had Nick Gates and I don't know who the other one was. Stromberg. Is Stromberg still on the team?
No.
He's on practice squad?
He got cut.
Is he on the PS?
He got cut.
Trash. Anyway, so we went from those two guys to Tyler Biotish running that O line. Best free agent signing for me. Gotta be.
And that's where I'm at with it. Told you I love them trenches, man. And I gave my answer out a little earlier, man. But just his communication, everything starts with up front. You want to have an effective offense, you better have something good up front in front of you, man. So without them big uglies up front, man, this offense wouldn't be scoring 29 point whatever points a game, stuff like that, man. Like our quarterback wouldn't be one of the least sacked quarterbacks in the league right now. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, man. Of course, Jayden, he finds the smallest hole and just slithers through it, and next thing you know, it's a 12-yard game. But a lot of that stuff, man, he be clean, man. Jayden be clean for the most part, man. So yeah, man, that's it, man. Like mid-season stuff, man. We feeling real good at 6-2 mid-season, South, man. Like who would have thought? Who would have thought? Just yeah, it was a couple guys out there. It was a couple. We'll give them a shout out. We'll give them a shout out. It was a couple guys. Yeah, it was a couple guys out there that was on just the, hey, our floor is this, our floor is 10, our ceiling is 14. Shout out to Krim. You know what I mean? And it looked like the trajectory is there. The trajectory is there, man. But we, like I say, man, we cannot overlook this week, man. And with that being said, we're gonna go right into the injury report this week for this game, week 9. Week 9, man, Giants week. Little blue people. Ooh, they so down bad, bro. We hold spaces Monday through Friday. Shout out to Mr. Glenn. Wake and bake for the pull up. You know what I mean? They ain't came in all week. They may have been in the anonymous section, but they ain't came in and talked no trash all week. We ain't talked ball with a Giants fan all week, bro.
I know.
At least not in the morning time, afternoon time. I don't know where they been at. Years past, last few seasons, they in there, they trolling. Oh, Daniel Jones 5-1, 1-1 against y'all. This, that, and the third. Hey, I'm here to let you know, man. Like I know I'm gonna get to the injuries, but we here to break Daniel Jones this week. we here to, hey, he may not start another game for you guys. You may end up on, Brian Dable hot seat, depending on the score of this game, man. Like I'm talking about Brian Dable being on the hot seat. Like if we blow them out, hey, but let's get to the injuries. We don't have, as far as us, we don't have Big Corn this week. Got a bum ankle. Ice up corn. We got Big Coleman coming off a concussion. Got Big Corn coming off a concussion. So he's getting 100% of the work this week. He's getting 100 instead of that 49%, that 50%. No, he's getting 100% of the work this week.
Trent, what about Trent? Trent Scott might play a little bit.
Trent Scott is that extra lineman. Whenever we need to bring that extra lineman in for a bigger package, that's Trent Scott. Because last week, Trent Scott had to go to left tackle, and our extra lineman was Michael Dieter. And I didn't really watch the film to see how that played out and stuff. Hey, we got the win, man. So that's where I'm bit at it. But yeah, like the one that's out is Big Corn Lucas. And right now, questionable is Brian Robinson. Something must be really wrong with his knee, but I think it turned into a hamstring now. So it's something.
Is it a hamstring?
Yeah, I think I saw hamstring earlier, man. I think let me try to look it up. I swore I saw hamstring earlier. Let me see. I had the injury report. Yep, Brian Robinson hamstring questionable. It's not even in a knee no more. And sometimes, man, you doing too much work on one part of the body, it affects something else. Yeah, you know what I mean, in that body, man. But right now, everybody else active. As far as the Giants, they're without their punter. Their punter is hurt, so I'm pretty sure he ain't walking into this game without an extra punter. You know what I mean? Like he did week 2 without having
a kicker.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That was a kicker.
Greg Joseph is out. So is that telling me that
they got to elevate somebody from their practice?
Is Gano back? Is Graham Gano back? I don't know.
No. They have a kicker. They have a kicker on there. They got a kicker on their practice squad, so he's gonna get elevated.
Oh man, okay. So now they say they got a kicker now. Okay, I know no excuses this week, Giants. Let me see who else. Somebody else is doubtful. It's a wide receiver, Bryce Ford Wheaton. He's doubtful, and a linebacker, Ty Sumners. Their biggest get back for this week is their running back, Tyrone Tracy. Tyrone Tracy, he cleared concussion protocol. That's something we got to watch out for. Especially, I think he got back-to-back over 100-yard games. Or 2 of the last 3 games he's been over 100. I know he went over 100 against Seattle, and he just went over 100 against the Giants. Against the Steelers. So that's 2 of the last 3 or 2 back-to-back 100-yard games, man. And that's a guy that's a former receiver, rookie. He's a 4th round. I think he was a 4th, 5th round pick for them. He basically roughed off the starting running back spot from Devin Singletary. So yeah, I'm watching out for him. He's a weapon, man. He's a guy that they try to implement shotgun handoffs, zone type plays where he could stretch it and then cut back. I seen that stuff Monday night. So if I seen it, I know DQ saw it because he got a chance to, watch our next 2 opponents last Monday when it was the Giants and the Steelers. So we got a little advantage right there. But yeah, they pretty healthy coming in. Like I said, that's a big get for them with Tyrone Tracy, man. But yeah, let's move on. From the injuries. Let's wish health on everybody. Let's get into the Nuggets, man. Joe Witt, what would you like to see from Joe Witt this week as far as like the style of defense this week? They got some weapons, Neighbors. Like I say, they got Neighbors, they got Tracy. They trying to implement the young tight end they got. I think it's Theo Johnson. They trying to do that now a little bit more. What do you want to see from Joe Witt when it comes to, making Daniel Dimes look like Daniel Pennies? Tell me what you want to see.
The same game plan I've been saying for the whole season. Stop the run game. You stop the run game, contain Neighbors. He's gonna get, whatever, because he's good. But stop Tracy, stop Singletary, because last week, who kept them in the game? Let's be real.
The running back, Andre Swift.
I've been trying to tell everybody, stop the run. Everything else will be good.
Yeah.
Make Daniel Jones beat you from the pocket. Don't let him scamper out of there. But stop the run game. Contain Neighbors as much as you can, and you're going to win the game.
I want to see aggression. I want to see us blitzing like Daniel Jones and stuff like that. I want him to have to sit there and try to think that, I got to get the ball out early and often and stuff like that. Just be aggressive. Like you say, the run game, the run defense. I expected a lot from a Cleveland Farrell that was a good run stopper, a Dorrance Armstrong that was considered a good run stopper and stuff like that. And it seemed like that's where the runs that are hurting us at are on the edges. No one's really gashing us up the middle for real. It's the edge runs, man. And we get that together, this defense will be sound. But yeah, I want to see aggression, man. I want to see him continuing to implement the blitz with Bobby Wagner and stuff like that up the A gap. Have the back end doing lovely communication. They're lovely right now, man. So yeah, man. I just want to keep it simple. Not keep it simple, but keep it aggressive. Keep it aggressive with attack these guys. Get them out the way early, man. For some reason, we've been winning a lot of coin tosses and we've been deferring, which is great. And just continue to get these stops on that first drive. Continue to get these stops, get them off the field, stuff like that. Get this high-powered offense on the field so that we can get Kliff going. And with that being said, what would you like to see from Kliff? What would you like to see from Kliff?
Stay in your bag, big fella. Stay in the bag.
Like I say every week, keep it simple, Kliff. Keep it simple. But this week, I want to see you implement the Luke McCaffreys of the world. I want to see, like, if it's there. But I would love to see you find a way for that coverage to start having to start to pay attention to him, because his separation numbers are through the roof. Like Luke McCaffrey is getting open. I understand that, but then there's a stat out there that say Jayden, like when it comes to like hitting his first read, he's top of the league. So that's telling me that Kliff is designing great plays to get whoever the first read is on that play design, like open, and they're getting open. So I can't knock that. But yeah, I just want to see Kliff keep it simple, continue to run the ball. We should have a healthy B-Rob, a healthy Eckler, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Run the ball, screen them this week a little bit, take some deep shots, stuff like that. But try to get these dudes out the way early. Don't let them hang around. Do not let the Giants hang around, man. Like, we need that game to, like, even in the years past where it don't matter the records of either team, man. We just always have these close nail biter games with the Giants for some reason, Souf. So I want us to go in there with a mindset of, you know what, let's put these dudes away early. Like, I'm telling you, Monday night, man, and they seem like they still fight for their coach. Because Monday night, Brian Daboll, man, I'm talking about from the first quarter to the fourth, he was agitated, man. He was on the sideline fuming at the mouth. And it took for the third quarter for Daniel Jones to turn around and say, he said something. And it kind of shut up a Daboll. But I think Daboll know the pressure's on, man. So if we go out there, put pressure on Daboll's offense that he calls, let Witt put the pressure on him, attack. And then when we get the ball, Kliff, just keep it cooking, man. Keep it cooking. Try to find a way to get a loop the ball, a snots the ball, stuff like that here and there, stuff like that, man. So, yeah, man, I think we're going to be in for a good one, man. With that being said, man, you know, F the Giants, man, them little people, man. This is our week, man. What's your score prediction, Souf? What's your score prediction for this week so we can get up out of here?
I don't think we're going to score that much this week. I think we're going to score about 34 points.
Oh, I forgot it is a new standard. It is a new standard. Yeah,
I don't think we'll get up to 40 this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we go 34-13.
34-13. That's 21 points. They got past the sticks. They got to pass the sticks. They're going to be contemplating the rest of this season. Do we go with Drew Lock for the lock or what? But yeah, 34-13. I like that. So I didn't quite have us getting 34 this week. I didn't quite have us getting 34. I had us getting 37. I had us getting 37 this week. 37. I told you, I want to put these dudes away. And I'm going to give them a little respect. 37-18.
Oh.
37-18. Okay. Yeah, I like those numbers. 37-18.
So 19 points. We're going to beat them by. No, wait. Is that 19?
No. Yeah, that's 19. That's 19.
Okay.
37-18, man. BTA Association is in the building for this weekend. It's time to put these dudes away. Make them, I think they'll be 0-3, 0-4 in the division. They'll be 0-4. They'll be 0-4 in the division after this week. They lost to us, they lost to the Cowboys, and they lost to the Eagles not too long ago. They will be 0-4. And with that being said, y'all, we got to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for the pull-up, man. My man Souf, man. My man Trill, I guess, you know, he'll be here next week. But guess what? I'm going to leave y'all with this, man. Don't look back. We're not going that way. Hail to the Commanders, man. The future is ours. I'm telling you, as long as we got 5, we alive. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed one.
Okay, I like these scores.